Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Doster. Welcome back to this video pertaining to Animal Crossing. This week's been a hectic week for me, so I just wanted to kick back and relax and talk a little bit about Animal Crossing in the game, what it's meant for me, and just take a look back at 2020 with Animal Crossing. We're almost done with January already, so we're almost done with the first month of 2021. So I believe we're getting close to the next event, but I want to take a look back. So Animal Crossing started out I believe last March or May, and it was definitely what the world needed. I had never really played an Animal Crossing game before. I played a tiny bit of Pocket Camp but didn't really enjoy it, but Animal Crossing was taking the world by storm, and it's what everyone was talking about. And I definitely didn't want to feel left out, so I decided to get the game. I streamed it. I streamed me playing the first day of it on Twitch, and for anyone who's watching, they could confirm that I didn't care. I didn't care that much about the game, and it was because Animal Crossing, in all honesty, isn't really the game I typically play. I don't like Stardew Valley or anything like that because I find it kind of slow and not as engaging. But there's something about Animal Crossing that has just the charm, and I ended up really enjoying the time. I enjoyed the time I had playing it with my friends and going to their island stuff. Unfortunately, 99% of the people I know have stopped playing the game, which is understandable. After playing Animal Crossing so much, there's only so much more you can do, and Nintendo hasn't really been putting super big content updates into Animal Crossing, and that's why a lot of people are still doing Pocket Camp, because Pocket Camp gets a ton of content, whereas New Horizons doesn't. But that's just what happens with Nintendo. The team that works on actual video game releases is different than the people that work on mobile. And in recent years, the mobile teams have been hard at work and putting a ton of stuff in. But that doesn't mean Animal Crossing hasn't put content into the main game for New Horizons. We've had plenty of events. Our first event was horrible. It was the Easter event where everything was eggs, and then we had to deal with that creepy rabbit. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not looking forward to dealing with him again this year. That was annoying. But it was the first event, and it was the first big change, and unfortunately it wasn't what we really wanted from Animal Crossing. It was just more of an annoying hindrance than any, but it was a change. After that, we ended up getting the wedding season event, and people weren't happy with that either, because a lot of people had to cancel or postpone their weddings because of the virus in 2020, which made a lot of people just hate the event by proxy because of that, and I completely understand why. It was also kind of a weird event because you had to do so much for it, and it wasn't super engaging. And obviously we've had the seasons go by, and we've had the little fishing jamborees and the bug hunts and stuff like that, but once you finish one, you don't really need to do them again. They added new features as well, like swimming in the water around you, being able to dive for sea creatures and stuff like that. And but they haven't added super big groundbreaking stuff to Animal Crossing. Then after that, we got Halloween, which was my favorite event of last year by far. I loved Halloween. I loved the spookiness. I loved how we got more customization options for our villager. We got a ton of decorations for the season. The island atmosphere changed, and the music changed as well. And I really enjoyed that. And unlike the Easter event, it didn't shove items into your face. You can still do your normal task and your normal daily chores, but then you wouldn't have to. But then you'd still be able to get the items and stuff. You'd be able to play Animal Crossing normally, which I greatly appreciated. And then we had Turkey Day, or Thanksgiving. That one was okay. It was nice to see all the villagers together and being thankful for stuff, but it was annoying to try to get the recipes for some of them, because for some of the for some of the items that you need to get, they were relatively rare, so you'd either have to get lucky or get something to trade to one of your villagers in order to make it work. But overall, it was nice, and I enjoyed it, but nowhere near as much as Halloween. And then Christmas rolled around, or Toy Day. I thought Toy Day was really nice. I really liked the atmosphere. The snowman was the most annoying thing because you had to get it absolutely perfect, and if you didn't, you had to turn off your game and try again because you only had a limited amount of tries, and that was just annoying. I wasn't a huge fan of the snowman thing just because you had to be so perfect with making them that if you screwed up only a little bit, then you wouldn't have gotten an item from that snowman. You would have to try it all over again. But a lot of the items that we got for Toy Day were really good. It's always nice to have like the Christmas lights and like the nutcrackers and stuff like that. We also got some Christmas like clothing that we could wear like we did at Halloween. And the actual like task we had on Toy Day was just delivering presents, which I really liked. I thought it was just nice to talk to your villagers and have them react to you being Santa basically and like doing the task. It was just very wholesome and nice, and it was a good way to feel like you were doing Christmas because again with COVID and everything, you couldn't really hang out with family. You had to stay away, which is a shame. And then right after Toy Day, we had New Year's. I know New Year's was actually quite a few people's favorites just because how like close knit it felt and how much people like enjoyed the atmosphere. I gotta admit, like they did a really good job with it. I liked the fireworks. It felt like really it was like anticipating the countdown. It was really nice. I usually don't do anything for New Year's in general. I remember for New Year's Eve on 2019, I literally watched Endgame and started the new year with Tony snapping and me crying, which I think is fitting for what 2020 ended up becoming. I think it was fitting that I started that year crying. But this year it was with Animal Crossing, and it felt a lot more wholesome and gave me more hope for 2021. And soon we're gonna be getting some other event with some peacock thing. I have no idea. I believe it's actually going to be happening, I think, this coming week, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. Animal Crossing January update. Let's see. It's going to be just scheduled for late January, so we don't have a specific date for it. And since I haven't played any previous Animal Crossing games, I have no idea what this is going to be. But just says it's scheduled for late January, so I'm going to assume that's going to be this coming week that we're going to be getting the update for it, or next week. Because next week is, well, I guess this coming week, when this video airs, it's going to be the week I'm talking about for you guys. But next week is going to be the last week for January. So it's either going to be the week that this video is airing or next week that we're going to be getting that update and event. But I don't know. I have a soft spot in my heart for Animal Crossing because it led me to all you guys. It led me to some minor success on YouTube, and it's made me take YouTube more seriously. Obviously, I haven't made good Animal Crossing content, but there's just not much I can do with Animal Crossing in general. So I'm trying to broaden my horizons, no pun intended, with more content and hopefully more games in the future. Unfortunately, at this moment, I can't really buy any new games and take a look at them. But that's also why I'm doing more reaction stuff. I'm reacting to stuff like WandaVision, Ruby, and hopefully some anime in the near future. But I just wanted to take a look back and see and take a retrospective of Animal Crossing New Horizons for the past almost year. And it's been really good. It's been really helpful. I feel like Animal Crossing is just a game that's really good to like go on every once in a while, like play it and then put it down for a bit and then come back. And so for those of you that are still playing and are watching this, I want to know why are you still playing Animal Crossing? What's your reasoning for? Because I know the majority of the world has kind of very much stopped or slowed down on Animal Crossing. I know for some people it might be because they haven't gotten their island how they want it yet, or they haven't gotten the villager that they want yet. But I'm very much curious to know. I do want to let you guys know that I do plan on doing a villager hunt at some point in the near future. I'm still trying to work on kicking out either Cole, or I think his name's Sid, the elephant that moved in, because I really want to try to do another villager hunt for Anka, because I really like Anka's design and I love the inside of her house. So hopefully I can do that at some point soon. We will obviously be taking a look at the January update that's coming, but I will say expect Animal Crossing content to slow down, because I think we can all agree there's not much more we can do in the game. Obviously, like me compared to others, I'm very much behind. I haven't paid off my house. My island is a mess. It's not super pretty or decorated, but that's just because I like taking stuff at my own pace, my own time. I'm not someone who necessarily rushed at the beginning of Animal Crossing. I did like do time traveling to be able to get like features quicker, like the stores and stuff, but that was really it. But yeah, please let me know what's your reasoning for still playing Animal Crossing here in 2021, and I want to know what you're hoping for in 2021. What you're hoping they add, if there's anything from like a previous game that's not that doesn't exist, New Horizons or something in like Pocket Camp or something that you'd love to see make a appearance in New Horizons, let me know. But regardless, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around. I love all of you guys, and again, I want to thank my YouTube member Meredith Flugelhorn. If you want to get a shout out at the end of every video I make during your tenure as a channel member, you can go ahead and join down below. You can join any tier and you'll get a shout out. The cheapest one, you'll get early access to videos that can be early access, like Ruby and stuff like that, and any other past like shows I'll be reacting to. If you want, hopefully at some point full length, you can do the middle tier. And if I don't know, you want to play a game together or something like that, or I don't know, you can waste your money and do the $10 a month tier, but you don't have to be a member. But I do want to just thank Meredith for being a channel member and supporting me even more than he needs to. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys next video, and as always, have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. Goodbye, everyone.